Having a little smoothie because I'm about to get slim and trim like a bicycle rim. Happy Martin Luther King Day, y'all. I don't even know if y'all knew, but y'all know it's only two people whose birthday is a holiday, and only one of them is black, clearly, because one of them is Dr. Martin Luther King. The other one is George Washington, I want to say. I don't know. I ain't here coming to talk about that right now. I came here to tell y'all a little bit of information about Martin Luther King Day because today is my anniversary. So I've been in Houston now for 5 years. I can't believe it's been that long. But I just came on here to tell y'all about Martin Luther King's name because y'all know that's not even a man's name. So his father name was Michael, right? And I would like to assume that was his name too, because he a junior. So his father name was Michael, and his father had went to Germany or whatever, and was on like a little trip getting some knowledge. So he went over there and started learning about Martin Luther. Martin Luther was the Protestant little revolutionary person, was right. He wrote the 95 Theses. So what my nigga Martin Luther did, and why Martin Luther King Jr. father decided this gonna be our name now, because Martin Luther, the theologian Martin Luther. So he was a part of the Roman Catholic Church or whatever, but he wasn't really fucking with the church because he said, why only the priests is the ones that can read the good book, interpret the good book, teach the good book. I want a Bible. I want to read. I want to know what's going on. So he wasn't with that. The other thing he wasn't with the fact that they was not trying to grant nobody divorces. I can't remember if it was like him or his mans. I think it was his mans though. His mans was trying to remarry another shorty, and the church was like, nah. So Martin Luther wasn't with that. Like I said, he wrote this thing called the 95 Theses. So what he did was he wrote all his great thoughts about how fucked up the church was, and he was like, I'm not fucking with y'all. And he stapled it to the door at the church, right? 95 Theses. Look it up. So what happened was, the other thing he wasn't fucking with was that for one, they was gatekeeping the good book. They wasn't giving people divorces, even if they was needed, like bad. The other thing he wasn't fucking with was that the Roman Catholic Church was like, music is the only thing that's good for is for sacred music to praise the good name. And he said, well, actually, apart from praising the good name of our God, music is the next best thing that deserve all the praise, all the power. And they said absolutely not. They was not fucking with him. Once his father, Dr. Martin Luther King father, went over there to Germany and was learning about Martin Luther, the theologian, he said, I'm fucking with him and his practices and what he's standing for. Because he said, how y'all gonna tell these people they can't do that? Why y'all acting like that? And so that's why Dr. Martin Luther King that's his name. Because his father was fucking with the theologian, Martin Luther. So that's what I got. I learned about that when I was in school. I studied music. We was learning about, order of the chants and the mass and all that. But girl, like I said, I'm full of useless information like that. So happy MLK Day. Happy move anniversary to me. And I'll see y'all next time.